Today I'll explain you how to add checkboxes to a Java applet in AWT using Visual Studio Code environment. So first we need to open Visual Studio Code environment. So you can search in the type Visual Studio Code. So you'll get like this, so provided you have a software installed prior in your system. Now about checkbox and its constructors, methods, and the class description of the checkbox has already been given in my previous video for adding checkboxes to a Java frame in AWT using Studio Code environment. So please check out that video for the information of checkboxes. So now what you need to do is you need to create one folder for saving Java applications. So here already I have one folder. So I just go for creating one more folder here. So you have one option here, new folder. Just click that and give the folder name Java VS 23. I'm giving any name you can give. Now here you get Java VS 23. Then just select that and right click and go for new file. And here you need to give the name. Suppose I give checkbox demo applet.java. Now here you need to type, like I need to type for AWT package. Then I need to go for applet package. Because applet class I need to extend, it's available in applet package. Checkbox is available in AWT package. Now you write public class checkbox demo applet extends. It need to extend what? Applet class, because I need to use lifecycle methods of an applet. Then you need to observe one thing, that we don't have any main method in applet, but we do have a main method for the frame. So here the lifecycle starts from init method. So if you want to check out for the lifecycle methods, you can check out one of the previous video what I have been created with the name applet lifecycle methods. So the first method is init method. So the execution starts from the init method. Now here I'm trying to create a checkbox. So we have a checkbox class. So I'm writing C1 equal to new checkbox. And here I'm trying to create a first constructor which is empty without label. Then second checkbox with label called green. Okay, checkbox implies that you get a small square box, and you need to go for selecting that checkbox. You get a tick mark if it is on. Again, you click the same checkbox, it will be off. So wherever you get the check mark or the tick mark that is on, wherever you are going to get the uncheck mark, that is the tick mark, will be off, that is the off state. So here I'm creating one more checkbox with the label. So third checkbox I'm creating with 3 parameterized constructor. Here I will write the label called red, anything you can write. Then here I'm writing null as a second parameter, because that has been used for making checkbox groups. And here in Java with applets or in AWT, we don't have any radio button class. So we need to convert the checkbox to a radio button. So if you want to convert checkbox to a radio button, then we need to use one class called checkbox group. That object we need to pass here. But as of now, it is null, only checkbox I want to prepare. And if you want this third checkbox, by default, you need to get a check mark. You write Boolean value called true. So by default, whenever you execute your program, you need to get a check mark by default. Now for the first one and second one, you don't get any check mark by default. Since third one I have written true, you get a check mark by default. You need to observe that when I'll show the output. Now for this, we don't have a label. So I'm not giving anything inside this. So you get a empty checkbox. That means only the small square box will be visible, no name. But for second one, you get a square box with green. label, then third one square box with the red, and by default it will be true. Now we need to add to the container by using add method. Now here by default the layout is flow layout, so I'm not again writing specifically you need to add for the flow layout. Then add of C2, second checkbox, then add of C3, the third checkbox. Okay, now here we need to have an applet tag, so you put into the multi-line comment. So you can see here slash and star, and write applet tag, then code equal to the same class name unit, right? But don't suffix any .java .class. When you write like this, it implies it's a class .class file. Then width and height is up to you, whatever the size you want. So this is the applet window size. Then close the applet tag and close the comment. Okay, so save it, and you need to open the terminal. You have an option called terminal here. Just select that and go for new terminal. And here it is showing the execution environment. So go to your folder where you are saving that file. So I've saved in Java VS 23. So I go to that by using change directory cd. Now you compile Java C checkbox demo applet .java. Then there are no errors. Directly run the program by using applet viewer. I cannot use main method because we don't. I cannot use Java interpreter here directly because we don't have any main method. So I'm using applet viewer environment and type .java. When you type this .java, this applet tag gets invoked. This particular tag will be get invoked at runtime, and it will just call this .class file for execution. Just press enter and see whether the applet window is opened or not. So can you see here? The applet window is open, and here this is height and width. So width is 400, height is 400. And here if you can see the first label, without, we don't have any label, but you have a small checkbox. So you click this, you get. Before this, you need to observe here that we have a tick mark initially only. I have not selected this. By default, you get a tick mark because you are writing true here. That's the reason you are getting the tick mark. But other two are unchecked. We don't get any tick mark because I was not writing any true statement. But first one you observe here, you don't have any label. Second one, you have a label called green because I have given here green. Third one I have given red, so you got red. Okay, so 3 checkboxes. Now how to add the label for first one? So what method is applicable? So we have one method called set label. So you just, before adding to the container, you write here c1 dot set label. C1 stands for checkbox first one. No, for that only I need to add the label. Set label, and here I'll write something called blue. Okay. Then you add to the container. Now you save this and just check any difference is there or not. You close this and again you compile and run, because already I have saved. Once again compile. Okay, you got an error because I do not put any semicolon here. So again you save it. Any changes you need to save, then you go for compilation, then you go for executing that. Now you need to get here blue. Can you see a blue? But here still the red is by default selected here because I put true here. Then these two are unchecked, but here you can see the label has been there. Now if you don't want this green, you want to put some other color, then also you can apply. Just close this. Then also you can apply. Suppose for C2, no, C2 I don't want green, I want something other color. So here I will write C2 dot set label. Maybe I'll write orange. Okay, and close this semicolon. Save it, and again you compile and run. Compile, run with applet viewer, Now here you can see the existing one can also be changed by set label. Okay, so not only giving a new value to the checkbox, you can change the existing value also by using set label. Okay, so in this way you need to add checkboxes to the applet window. Okay, here I'm writing in the init method. So the applet application doesn't hold any main method, but it holds some lifecycle methods like init method, start method, paint method, stop method, and destroy method. So the lifecycle start from init method. So I'm trying to initialize the components here, and it is visible on screen. So I hope I've given some input onto how to add checkboxes to an applet window in AWT using Visual Studio Code environment. So if you like this video, please subscribe and share it to your friends. Thank you.